Charter of Rights and Freedoms. Learning goal: to understand the importance of the Charter of Rights and Freedoms for Canada. Quebec challenges the Constitution. In the 1970s, a growing portion of the Quebec population did not speak French as their native language. As a result, the provincial government became concerned about the survival of the French language and culture. In 1974, Bill 22, the Official Languages Act, was passed by the Quebec government, making French the official language of the civil service in Quebec. It also limited a parent's right to choose the language their child would be educated in. In 1977, the Parti Québécois passed the controversial language bill, Bill 101, that goes even further than Bill 22, became known as the Charter of the French language. French was to be the only language used by government, the courts, and business. Business signs could not display any language other than French. Immigrants to Quebec could not send their children to English language schools. Many critics, such as Alliance Quebec and Anglo Group, challenged the law in the courts or moved out of the province altogether. The 1980 Sovereignty Association referendum, the Parti Québécois gave citizens of the province a chance to vote on the issue of sovereignty association with Canada. Quebec wanted to be politically independent from Canada so that no law passed by Ottawa would have an effect on Quebec. This equaled sovereignty. Quebec wanted to maintain the close economic and social ties between the province and the rest of the country, association. The federal government, Pierre Trudeau, promised Quebec to renegotiate the Constitution. These were the laws which tell how a country is to be run, if they defeated the 1980 referendum. The results of the referendum vote were 60% no and 40% yes. So though a victory for federal politics was a clear indication that a large portion of Quebec's population was not happy in Canada. Trudeau had promised Quebec in 1980 that he would renegotiate the Constitution to address modern Quebec's needs. This is called the repatriation of the Constitution, as Canada would now have the ability to change its Constitution without final approval from Britain. The federal response to Quebec. Trudeau attempted to get agreement from all 10 provinces, but could not get Quebec to agree to the three main points of the repatriation process, which included the power to change the Constitution without Britain's input. Changes to the Constitution could only be made if the federal government and 7 out of 10 provinces agreed to the changes. The 7 provinces had to represent 50% of the country's population, including a Charter of Rights and Freedoms to guarantee fundamental rights and freedoms to all Canadians. René Lévesque refused to endorse the new Constitution. However, the changes were approved by the Canadian and British parliaments. The rights of Canadian citizens are found in the Canadian Constitution. The Constitution, the body of the rules or laws by which Canada is governed. It passed in 1982, and it contains Canada's new Charter of Rights and Freedoms, the amended formula, and the 1867 British North America Act, BNA. The Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms came into effect in 1982 as a part of the Canadian Constitution, and the 1982 Constitution Act recognized Canada's status as a fully independent nation 115 years since it had originally been created by the British North America Act of 1867. The Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms. The fundamental freedoms, example, freedoms of thought and expression, mobility rights, live and work, legal rights, right to not be detained or imprisoned without good cause, equality rights, protection from discrimination, official languages of Canada, example, English and French languages, and minority educational rights, French and English.